Hello there. You registered for a political compass test? Okay. You just basically want to figure out where exactly you fall on the map. Okay, excellent. Well, I ask you to keep in mind that this political compass test is not necessarily foolproof. There are definitely plenty of issues when you seek them. It is a bit biased and the questions are a bit leading, but it's also still an interesting way to gauge your worldview. So, if you're ready, we can begin now. Okay, excellent. Well, your options range between strongly agree and strongly disagree. There is no neutral option, so you either have to agree, disagree, strongly agree, or strongly disagree. Now, there are 6 pages to this test, and if you're ready, we can begin. Okay, excellent. First question. If economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interests of transnational corporations. Economic globalization is basically where there's this central banking system that owns everything, and they get to wield power, but basically, do you agree that the power or interest should be in the hands of the quote-unquote people or in the hands of the quote-unquote companies? This basically positions absolute capitalism versus absolute communism. There is a third position that you could take, but in the interest of this interesting political compass test, those are your only 2 options. Okay, interesting. Second question. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong. Okay. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Okay. Fourth question. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. Do you agree, disagree, strongly disagree? Okay. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Okay. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. Okay, next page. We're going by pretty quickly. If you need me to break down any of the questions or any of the statements and explain it further, then please don't hesitate to ask. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. Okay. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Okay. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Okay. From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. Okay. The freer the market, the freer the people. Okay. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Okay. Land should not be a commodity to be bought and sold. Okay. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. Okay. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Okay. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. Okay. The rich are too highly taxed. Okay. Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Okay. Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Okay. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Okay, third page. We're whizzing on by. We're going to get into the more controversial or sensitive subjects. This is a page in which you evaluate your personal social values. First question. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. Okay. All authority should be questioned. Okay. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Okay. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. Okay. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. Okay. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Okay. Good parents sometimes have to spank their children. Okay. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. Okay. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. Okay. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. Okay. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Okay. The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Okay. There are no savage and civilized peoples, there are only different cultures. Okay. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunities should not expect society's support. Okay. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. Okay. First-generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. Okay. What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us. Okay. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding. Okay. Next page. Fourth page. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. Okay. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments that delay progress in a democratic political system. Okay. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Okay. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Okay. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Okay. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all. Okay. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. Okay. It is a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Okay. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. Okay. Almost all politicians promise economic growth, but we should heed the warnings of climate science that growth is detrimental to our efforts to curb global warming. Okay. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity. Final page. Second to last page. Astrology accurately explains many things. Okay. You cannot be moral without being religious. Okay. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. Okay. Some people are naturally unlucky. Okay. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Final page. Page 6 out of 6. Intercourse outside marriage is usually immoral. Okay. A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Okay. Adult material depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Okay. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. Okay. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Okay. These days, openness about intercourse has gone too far. let's see where you stand. It's interesting, you put down disagree for every single question, and you landed right on the centrist line, a little below authoritarianism and the libertarian section. Let me see if I can pull up another chart that can tell me the breakdown specifically of each group outlined. Political compass map. Okay, let's see where you fell. You fell right in social libertarianism. And let me see if I can find an explanation of social libertarianism. Otherwise known as left libertarianism, also known as left-wing libertarianism, is a political philosophy and type of libertarianism that stresses both individual freedom and social equality. Left libertarianism represents several yet related distinct approaches to political and social theory. Its classical usage refers to anti-authoritarian varieties of left-wing politics, such as anarchism, especially social anarchism. While right libertarianism is widely seen as synonymous with libertarianism in the United States, left libertarianism is the predominant form of libertarianism in Europe. In the United States, left libertarianism is the term used for the left wing of the libertarian movement, including the political positions associated with academic philosophers Hillel Steiner, Philip von Pargige, and Peter Valentine that combine self-ownership with an egalitarian approach to natural resources. Although libertarianism in the United States has become associated with classical liberalism and minarchism, with right libertarianism being more known than left libertarianism, political usage of the term libertarianism until then was associated exclusively with anti-capitalism, libertarian socialism, and social anarchism. In most parts of the world, such an association still predominates. Well, there you have it. You've got your conclusion. Thank you for taking this test, and I hope you're satisfied with the result.